Hey, chickadees. Welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. Again, today we're going to pull from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. And I'm going to tell you a little story while I'm shuffling this deck and seeing what cards we get. So, some just jumped out. So, the story I want to tell you is actually kind of some questions and something I've been kind of noodling on a little bit. And as I'm getting ready to, so I'm wrapping up book number 1. It'll be out first part of 2027 because this is 2026, right? I think it is. So it'll be out first part of 2027. So I'm wrapping that up. That's Shift, the Architecture of Remembering. And there's already been a ton of information coming in for the next book. So there's a whole series of books that are in the wings. And the next book is called Identity, the Architecture of Consciousness. And there have been some really, really interesting things coming in about that. And I've just been listening to my guides and kind of taking notes about what they want me to explore and what they want to reveal to me, and it's been really interesting. So not really ready to talk about much of it yet. So it's going to be a little bit before I talk about it, but it is it's really interesting. So, you know, when you decide you're going to write a book, the book writes you, and that has been the case with Shift. It is absolutely already the case with Identity as well. So all right, we've got three cards out. The first card here is card number 13. This is Fork in the Road. Fork in the Road. The second card that came out is card number 40. This is Co-Create. Co-Create. And then the third card that came out is card number 37. Never-Ending Story. And it is interesting. They are talking to me, so... and what they're saying is, hey, Molly, let everyone know, and also you pay attention to this too, that when we're at a fork in the road, and you may be at one right now, it's very interesting. And the fork in the road is, you have two choices, essentially. You can go down the path where you co-create with spirit, or you can continue to tell yourself the never-ending story, right? So choosing the path of co-creation means we cut the ties of the never-ending story, the one that we've been telling ourselves about how we're not good enough, or, you know, we don't measure up, or our worth isn't enough to actually do something and co-create with spirit, or, you know, whatever the case may be, or, you know, maybe we're not old enough, or maybe we're too old, or whatever the story happens to be. We get the chance to cut that cord, and we are at the fork in the road where we're being asked to do that. So you can continue down the path you've always been on, right? The one that's familiar. It feels more comfortable sometimes, right? And that's the never-ending story path. It's our, I'm going to say happy place, because sometimes it really is our happy place until we realize it's not. But we're being presented the fork in the road to contemplate whether or not that really is our happy place, and whether that never-ending story we've been telling ourselves is actually true. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not even a place where we're actually really able to co-create at the level we could if we took the other path forward at that fork in the road. And it takes some bravery to do that, right? If you've been around this channel a while, you know that there's, like, you know, a theme around here that you step forward and then the bridge appears, but it doesn't appear until you're just about to put your foot down. And that's what we're being asked to do. We can continue down the path that's familiar, or we can take a new path where we co-create in a different way at a different level with spirit in everything we do. So that's it for tonight. Short message, but a poignant one, and it applies to me for sure. So I am definitely feeling that I'm at a spiritual fork in the road where I could continue the way I have, and I could make another choice, which for me, where I'm at, is to turn more inward. Really settle in and inside of the business. And that's been a theme they've been talking with us about for a few days now. So, so we're all at this fork in the road and we get to choose. And that's the beautiful thing about being human. We get to choose. Nobody's going to tell, well, okay, I take that back before I even finish it. Probably plenty of people are going to tell you what to do. But you don't have to do what they tell you to do. You get to do what you decide is best for you at that fork in the road. And you know what? If it's the never-ending story and it's the same thing, that's okay. That's a choice, and you made a choice, right? Because you can always make another choice later. The important thing is that we don't stand there at the fork in the road and debate too long, right? We move forward, however that looks like, whatever it looks like for you, whichever way you go. But it's important that we know the options. And it's important that when we choose the never-ending story, that we know we're choosing it. That's the important part. It's not that one way is right and the other way is wrong. That's not what this is about. It's just about a choice. And we get to make our choice. And there's no right or wrong answer. There are things that happen on each path, right? One path is the comfortable way. It's what we've always known. It's more of the same. And that's a perfectly fine choice. The other path is a path that might actually lead you to a little bit more exciting place. It's also scary. And it's okay if you choose to go that way, and it's okay if you don't. It's not like you won't be presented the same fork in the road later on. So make your choice. Be brave, step out, whichever way it is, but do it knowing which one you're choosing. That's the important part. If we all just know where we're at, isn't that like the answer to most of our questions? If we just know where we are. So that's it for tonight, chickadees. Thank you for being part of our community. I love you all. I hope you have a fabulous evening. I think it's already evening. And we will see you back here tomorrow with more Mojo Mysticism. Mwah.